How are you doing?
Good. I'm a little sleepy, but I'm good. How are you?
Same, actually. Same. You guys want to start off with a meditation?
Sure.
Let's close our eyes. Start coming back into our bodies. We're just imagining all of the events of the day washing off of your body. Just clearing away your physical vessel. Any meetings, any commute, any clients, just can imagine like a big shower above your head. It's just raining down, cleansing waters, baptismal waters, just purifying and sanctifying your vessel. And anything that was attached to any of those events washes away with it from the top of your head down to your ears, down to your neck, down to your shoulders, down your arms, down your chest, down your torso, down your hips, down your jag, down your butt, down your legs, down your ankles, your feet, your toes. Just cleansing and washing. And any area of your body that might be highlighted now that we're in this 1 to 2 layers deeper, if you want to move, just gently stretch, massage, and work out any lingering evidence from any part of your day. And as you do that, just imagine we are descending deeper within ourselves, into the void within us. You can even imagine you shrinking inside into your womb space, into this cavernous, moist, mysterious realm of infinite potentiality, transformation, transmutation. And in this space, I really invite you to receive, put on your receiver mode, feel that it is safe to receive, to be open, to take in information from your underworld and um, to listen and yeah, absorb and not focus on having to do anything with your conscious mind. So this space tonight is very much going to reside in that space. I'm so excited. When you're ready and you're feeling dropped in and open, I invite you to open your eyes. There's no rush. It takes a minute. I'm so fucking excited for tonight. I'm like literally amped up, dude. But before I do, I want to check in with you ladies. I know we had our session last week. I know we had a little check-in on Friday, but just curious to hear of any yeah, anything that's happened in between this past week or past Friday. Britt, that face. You look dazzling, Britt. This is your look. I always tell you that. This is your look with the lip.
This book that I got, I went straight for Lakshmi,
Okay.
and it was like, this is old. It's so old, but it was like, in one hand, she's holding a mirror,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other hand, she's holding the vermilion pot. So, like the red, like
Mm-hmm.
the stove, like the ritual. I don't know. I just thought it was crazy. Between Lilith, like, and then doing the human design slash gene keys portion of it, and then just seeing
Mm-hmm.
like the deity.
What was your Lilith Gates?
It was 13, who's in it, that's Kali.
Oh shit.
And she's very,
Casual 13 and Kali. Those are like
but it's very like
the
great.
big guns, dude.
Yeah. But it's like it's taking such exquisite care of my own mind, body, and spirit. So I have the capacity to just whatever anyone throws at me is no big deal because I'm so solid.
Hmm.
And then the other one was 41, which last week I was kind of hard on myself for not having any weapons chosen.
Hmm.
And it was that my hands are the weapon. Like I went from deep tissue to soft. I did hard things. I've broken bones, but then I also can belly dance. Like it's just this duality. And then gate 41, the very first sentence I read was that I am the weapon, is what gate 41 is.
I have chills everywhere. When you said that, my hands were the weapon. After receiving body work from you, I'm like, oh my God, absolutely. Yeah. Especially with the Kali. Do you think Kali needs a fucking weapon? Kali is the weapon.
Well, I just thought, well, even Durga. Durga has 10 fucking hands. And it's what Durga's pre-Kali, right?
Mhm.
Weaponed up. One leg is on a lion. One hand's like holding the tail of her enemy. But then she's what? She's calm and serene. Like you can't frazzle her. But anyway, I loved it.
I fucking love that so much. That like I have like yeah, I had a physical reaction when you said that. That is fucking great. That's really great. I feel like those two marry together so well. And I'm just getting this like X-Men like visual of your ass with like these super hands. Could just literally do anything you need them to, you know? I love it. That is so intense. Gate 13 Kali for a Lilith placement. Holy fucking shit, dude.
The
Is
other
that
one,
your conscious or your
seeing
unconscious?
Holly is conscious. The
Okay.
unconscious is the weapon. And that says it's the keeper of the will is the Godhead. And I don't know what that means, but
Keeper of the wheel.
mhm,
Wheel.
mhm.
I don't know what that means either.
It was giving very lizard people,
Mm.
giving very keepers of matrix, like the Matrix. And I was like, I don't think I like that. But anyway,
Mm. But maybe it would give you access to that knowledge that you can use to liberate humanity, you know?
the other thing that I thought was cool, I Googled the man that wrote the theme song for Lassie. Lo
Okay.
and behold, that motherfucker did work for Disney and Looney Tunes.
Oh shit. Okay.
And he also made music for propaganda films during WWW. So it was just like my little kid brain was like, I don't like it. Like, get it the fuck away from me for a reason. What?
We're gonna talk about this tonight. Hypersensitivity actually meaning that you're a fucking witch and like you could pick up on shit. That's crazy, dude. Hell yeah. I love to hear that. Isn't that so validating?
I was like, oh, a little sensitive. Also,
Like
propaganda, and I don't want to listen to it.
you're like, I know what this is. Fuck y'all. That's so fucking crazy, dude. Okay, I love that so much. Damn. I also want to thank you, Britt, for bringing human design into the space. That was so much fun. And I've been like reading up on mine a little bit more. I still want like to check out that portal that I was looking at, but I feel like that just added this like whole deeper layer to Lilith that I didn't even know you could do Lilith in human design. Like I really didn't even know. So
You do all the asteroids. I'll show you.
I'm so fucking excited. Okay. Hell yeah. Hell yeah to all of that. That these are massive breakthroughs, like one after the other. So mazel, congratulations. Love that so much. Barry, I want to check in with you, madame, and ask if anything has transpired since our last chat.
A lot has transpired in a good, in positive ways. Like that was like a really pivotal breakthrough day. I actually like on my way to Starbucks, I was crying, and I don't talk to God like this. Like I'm abundantly grateful every day. So this was like, I needed to get this out. But I was like, I literally hate you right now. Like I'm driving to Starbucks. Like I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why am I doing this? And then you called, and it was like the most perfect thing ever. Like I really needed that, and it totally like reset the rest of the week. So that night I started to feel like so empowered, and I was like, fuck this shit. Like I deserve to be proud of myself. I deserve to like be confident in what I'm doing and like trust myself even though I don't have all the answers. And like I'm like beating my chest, I'm dancing outside, like it's a vibe. Like I got back into like a confident state. And then since then, I've just been like really chill. Like I'm like very detached from the outcome to all of it. And I'm like starting to make new shit with the videos I had from last time. And it's even cooler than the videos I just made. And I'm like feeling like, all right, like this is what it's meant to be, is like baby steps in the right direction and just recalibrate my nervous system so I can keep receiving more and more and more. And then 100 people want to date me this week. Like I'm getting a bunch of, I don't understand. But I'm like, that's not what I want. So naturally, because I'm detached from that and like looking at the art stuff, like I need to practice detachment. That's my biggest lesson when it comes to manifesting and like not being so one track minded in my life. I tend to just be like dialed and overly focused on one thing at a time and like put so much pressure on it that I don't let it like breathe, and I don't have balance in my life. So I need to like really anchor that in this path, and then everything will be perfect.
I love that so much. I agree that being detached from the outcome is important, but also, and that's like its own thing to breathe. Um, in my opinion, what has happened this week with like everyone now wanting to date you and this massive breakthrough, like it is so obvious. Like the difference between like the hero and the villain, okay? The hero does things like for the collective, okay? They wants to save the world. The villain will burn the entire world down for like the love, like their love or themselves, right? This is like the difference. Hero, very like outward focus, collective focus. What do they think? What is the outcome, right? Villain, I actually don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna choose myself. It is like a self-focused energy. So in my opinion, what you did with this massive breakthrough with these Jersey bitches and reframing. I deserve to like what I'm doing and be proud of my work. Like it's literally like cutting out all of the outside noise, reframing, refocusing back on really what you want to do, which you've been so close to. I want to like reflect again this whole journey, just you making the shit that you're making. It is a degree of like this is moving through me and I'm honoring it. You know, it's like you have that, but it's this additional layer of like, and I don't give a fuck what happens or what anyone else thinks or what engagement I'm getting. I'm doing it. And this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So that energy is magnetic. That energy is magnetic to men and it's magnetic in the world. Okay. When you have that energy, that self-focus, I actually don't give a fuck. It actually can like piss people off because they're like, they can't control you. Even if they don't want to actively control you, the fact that you really don't give a fuck it like irritates them, but to the point of them like buying into what you're doing because they're like, well, it must be good. It must be good if I'm having all these negative feelings about it and she doesn't give a fuck. She believes in it. I have to at least consider believing in it. You know what I'm saying? That's what magnetism is. When Trump gets up and talks his shit and oh, it's the best, he believes it. He's about it. He's not just selling it. Like, and that's why he's so fucking magnetic and everyone believes everything he's because he does. He's like, I mean, I him as an archetype, I'm very compelled by. So anyways, it's similar energy. Like men hate like a woman outwardly focused on men and what men think. It like every woman is like that. And then they're easy and they're not a challenge. Men are hunters, okay? And men want what other men want and what's like valuable. And so if you care about what men want, you're not valuing yourself. You're not paying attention to yourself. When you focus all that inward and you're just fucking detached literally from whatever, I swear to God, like that frequency is like on fucking fire. So there's some like alchemy anyways that I think is there. And yeah, I feel like that also is like the true path of the artist. Like you can't be an artist and give a fuck about what people think. That totally is like sacrilege. Like that's not the point. You know, unless you're some weird, then you get fucking woke films like, you know, and then it's just there's no comedy, there's no humor. Like there's no funny movies out because everyone is so scared about PC and dance. It's like then there's no art. And I'm bored and it's like I'm not gonna go to your fucking movie theater. So anyways, love this so
Okay.
much. Yeah.
The only thing that's like giving me pause and hesitation, like rightfully so, is like I don't want to brand myself as an overly sexual figure because I am a sensual person. Like this was a very sexual piece. The first one I did wasn't. Like the in the black dress, like I was like not revealing myself. I just want to be mindful about how I like handle that conversation, and I don't want to like brand myself. Like I can't control what other people think regardless. But
Mhm.
I also don't know if this is just shame on like a more deprogramming around shame around sensuality and sexuality because it's like it's our natural bodies. Like it's just our natural bodies, and dancing is like a natural healing mechanism. That's all I'm trying to say. Like I don't need attention or like I'm not doing this because it's like for the male gaze. I'm doing it because it feels natural to me and it's because it feels like I'm honoring myself to like, you know what I mean? Witness myself like in a sensual expression. But I don't know. It's just subject to so much misunderstanding that I want to be careful with how I like move forward there.
I think that that's valid. And I will share my experience witnessing and being like the observer of your art. Like, I actually didn't get any sexual, it never registered as sexual. I will tell you why, I think. Your body type, it's very like petite, classy. If you had like double D fucking knockers and you were doing those moves, it would be sexual. You can't not be a sexual being when you have like giant double Ds. If you had more ass showing, it would be sexual. If there was any sort of provocative movement, but your movement was really fucking weird. Like I think like it's a good mix. You know, they say with like fashion, like I go by like the rule of thirds. So I'm either showing leg or I'm showing midriff or I'm showing more chest, but never all three, maybe two, but seldom. You know what I'm saying? Like I think yes, you were revealing it was flesh, but it was like it wasn't flesh plus provocative movement plus like raunch cleavage, right? So I think that you have, you know, it's a balance. That being said, I am a pretty I'm not like super prude. I'm not super pro like sex worker only. I mean, I'm pro like do whatever the fuck you want, but like I don't encourage women to sexualize themselves on the internet necessarily. Like, um, so anyways, I don't know if that helps. Have you gotten feedback that like you're doing this for attention, or is this all your own internalized or
I'm
Jersey Girl
realizing.
stuff?
Well, it's
Okay.
just like yeah, it's just like a bit more risque than anything I've ever posted before. But I think maybe that's just going to take getting used to as well, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely more risque, but I still think that you're within the realm of like a classy artistic. It's definitely artistic. It's not even like OnlyFans art. Like there's this one girl I follow who does do more like sensual movement in like the woods. She actually just had a baby, and whatever. Um, Kaylee Kundalini. Maybe I'll send you her. It was more like artistic, sensual movements, but it's still registered as like for the male gaze, and like she had an OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I just think you like
Yeah,
uh,
I was like, this was just like my 12-year-old, like I don't know. There was like an essence of like I'm fucking around on iMovie with it, and like that was what it made it, I think, a little bit like weird and like what you're saying. Like my dance movements were weird, the editing was a little bit weird. It wasn't meant to be a sexual thing. It was just meant to be art. Yeah.
yeah, and that's I think you executed that well.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think listen, your Lilith is in Leo, which is the Marilyn Monroe thing, and she definitely like she was a disruptor with like that stuff. But I don't even think I think you could be way more if you want to really edge on that like sexual whatever, like you could be doing way, but I don't like I think where you're at is like literally fucking perfect. Like, you know, so I think it's maybe some anxiety or like the Jersey girl bullshit or
I
whatever.
appreciate you saying that a lot. So thank you.
Yeah. You can be a classy, sensual bitch, you know, like being in these like higher end spaces or elevate her fucking high value bullshit. Um, it's not about not being sexual. It's about being integrated and like not being stuffy and fucking Stepford weird. Like, I don't know, that's just boring. No one cares. I just think it's like it's over, it's dead, it's old, like, you know.
Okay.
Um, so yeah. Are you thinking about like how that would be interpreted at like the Hamptons or something?
Or just like, yeah, in this dating pool, like that, I think that's why maybe it's like I was like, I wonder if anyone checks out my Instagram, like if that is going to change their level of interest in me, like for good or for bad. And what will they be more inclined to touch me? Like, will they be more inclined to assume things? Because like I don't sleep with men ever. I
Mhm.
like waited 4 months to sleep with Steven before like so I don't want to give the wrong impression, but yeah, I guess that'll be just interesting for me to figure out in the future, like what happens.
Mhm.
You know, because I don't know, I feel like some of these men like don't want me, and that's cool because then it's just like an obvious no, right? Like they want a controllable, they want someone they can control. Some of these like wealthy men, like they want someone who's just gonna like be a little toy for them.
Yes.
And I'm not that. So like I'll just naturally scare off anybody who's disinterested, but also sometimes maybe I don't know. I don't know.
I I hear you. Listen, the dating world is traumatic, okay? What before Nate would ever ask me if I wanted 2 rooms, I actually sent my friend a spirally voice note like, "Oh, I want to travel with him, but is it too soon? Is he if I'm gonna share a room?" Like all this stuff because like that's what I've fucking known in these streets. A guy wants to get you traveling soon so that he could share a room with you and fuck you. Like it's like a fucking pipeline and like you know what I'm saying? So like you're going to encounter that. You just can't think that it's because of anything. And even if it is, it doesn't matter. They don't get it. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, truly, and I look at everything. I'm a Virgo rising. I'm the most critical bitch you'll ever fucking meet in your life. I will tell you. I will tell you if I think it's bad for the brand. In fact, you had asked me at the LSD mastermind, like about an OnlyFans or something, and I was like really honest, like, hey, that's gonna denigrate the brand. I don't feel like this work has denigrated the brand. I think that it's like you know, if you wanted a Catholic man who was really big in like politics, you know, or I would probably say yeah, it's like too much for like Washington DC, like certainly. But I feel like you want like a more eccentric, maybe a more entrepreneurial, like internet money kind of vibe, you know, new money. And I don't think that it's bad. Granted, you might meet someone and he might really vibe with you, and then maybe he's like, "Hey, actually, it's too much flesh for me now that you're married," and you could have that discussion. But like, I don't know. I think it's cool and weird, and I don't think it's slutty. I just don't think it's slutty. I think if you were doing like belly dancing or any like sexual movements, but you were just like a little fleshy and doing it, it registered as like dance to me, like
Yeah,
free
that's what I felt like.
movement dance. Yeah. So I think you're good, dude. I think you're good.
Okay.
I do think it would be valid if your future partner was like, I'm uncomfortable with you having public flesh like that. I think it would be valid to open a conversation. But like, I don't think that it's like bad. You know what I'm saying? Does that
Yeah,
make
yeah.
sense? Guys have different boundaries. Some guys get crazy, you know, and then it's like, listen, I'll wear a full shirt next time, okay? You know, whatever. Or like a leotard or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
it is.
exactly.
Yeah. Or you just meet a guy who like gets it and everything.
I just want someone who like is obsessed and he's like, go harder.
I'm so excited for you to meet Adam. Oh my God. Okay, we'll talk after, but
Okay.
I like know that he's gonna get it. I'm excited to like brief him. Anyways, Brett, I'm setting Barry up with with a really eligible man.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like the most eligible person I've come across so far. Like he like weird synchronicities. Yeah.
um, both of you guys I think are my most eligible, whatever. So I'm really excited, whatever. Okay. He's so great. He is daddy too. Like he literally is daddy. Like, okay. I'm gonna like prime him, but like also I'm gonna prime him knowing like he can already fulfill without me like priming him, but like I'm just gonna give him some cheat codes, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Um, oh, now I'm feeling so good. So, do you feel complete with that, both of you? Okay, so good. Tonight, transmutation. I'm gonna play off of what we just talked about with Barry. Sexual energy. What did Barry come to this container with? Rightfully so, because this is a conversation that has been had from the beginning of fucking the patriarchy. Sexual energy, it creates a lot of fear in everyone. It creates so much fear in the masculine that they couldn't even handle all of it, that they had to create a virgin whore split and literally put the sexual side of women deep into the shadows because they could not handle how much sexual energy, like how much power that energy had over them. So they had to fragment it and disrespect any woman who embodied that and literally created like a like fragment of what a woman is because it is so polarizing and evocative and makes you feel shit. And especially for men who are inherently lustful because it's their job to repopulate the fucking planet, like it's a terrifying thing to not have full control and full dominion over your lives. Okay. We talked in Nice Girl about this power of sexual energy and how they personified it into archetypes like sirens. Okay. And how Odysseus would have to, and like the strongest warriors in all of Greece would have to like fearfully shove their ears full of wax just to survive traversing across the ocean because they feared the sound of a siren's cry because they knew it would drive them to their death. Okay. So, Barry, your fears surrounding this and how you're being perceived by the Jersey girls or potential men or whatever, it's like rooted in deep, deep archetypal wounds of the feminine, and things that live very much in the shadows. Okay. Anything involving sex, whoredom, it's all done in the shadows. OnlyFans, no one knows. All these, most OnlyFans users are fucking married men. Okay. Porn and masturbation, all this is done hopefully in our fucking rooms and in the dark. And it's private and you're not announcing it rarely, you know, or talking about it. It's like not that talked about. I don't know, even if you guys did watch porn, I wouldn't know what you guys searched, right? These are very private things that live in the shadows and they do because there's so much tethered to them. There's fear, there's shame, there is guilt. Okay, there's a lot of guilt that comes with a woman who has has a body. Like all of the men that you have provoked into lust that maybe were dating fucking friends of yours, or you saw that they were with their wives, or you see fucking guys that you know their girlfriends liking your shit on Instagram or whatever it is. Like there is so much charge that comes with being a woman, and I forgot to fucking record this, but my Fathom is recording, so I'm just gonna take that recording. Um that it gives us fucking complexes. And then we second guess ourselves, and there's so much filtration that we have to go through to exist. It's you can't just create art for art's sake. It's never neutral when your flesh is exposed, ever. It comes with like this like centuries long stories, okay? Like women usually there was a day where a woman's ankles was scandalous, okay? And men would pay a certain amount to see women reveal their ankles behind, you know, a curtain. Like this is the roots of how we have like learned to relate to our bodies as women. If you think that epigenetics, like we have codes from 7 generations prior, probably, you know, that exists somewhere within us, like the fucking ankle thing. Actually, I believe in like Miss America, there was like an ankle judging component at some point in like pageantry. Okay, so it's like not that far off, all to say. And we wonder then why, you know, why? Like, what the fuck? Like, Barry, you're just trying to fucking create. But think about what that's doing to you as an artist, having this deep anchor of guilt and shame and self-doubt and all these fucking filtration systems of the people and the art and the potential and all this stuff. It takes this thing from being this exuberant creative expression and cuts down that literal energy output by minimum 50%, minimum. Even if like while you're creating it, you're feeling good, after the editing, the posting, the double checking, the like, girl, like watching your story 10,000 times through 10,000 views. Oh, I just saw he viewed my story. I wonder what he thinks of it. Let me watch it again through what I'm imagining he is thinking about, right? Like it creates like a muddied frequency, okay? And this is strategic. This is literally how control or the mechanisms of control, okay? Um, which is why I love a good transmutation, like ritual or mindset or whatever we're gonna kind of get into. So, once you start clocking that these things are actually mechanisms of control, and listen, I'm speaking of this like we still very much live in the world, in and of the world. I am you can very much live on the fringe and say, oh, this you're trying to control me. I actually could be making $20 million a year on OnlyFans, and my only hesitation is that people are going to judge me. So I'm actually going to make the conscious decision to live on the fringe of society and monetize this and actually really not give a fuck that I'm going to be labeled a whore. So this is like an extreme version of it. If you're not open to that giant sacrifice that's going to take, like it is something that it's very real, right? So this is not about foregoing any natural consequence that happens when you do exhibit more sexual things, or certainly anger, right? When anger gets in the middle of relationships, right? Like we don't want to be uncontrolled in and of ourselves with these things, but understanding what is tethered to them and understanding like how we can work within these confines in empowering ways like that. That's the whole purpose of all this shit. Okay. So, sexuality, that is but one face of this divine feminine coin. On the other side, we find anger. And these are two very impassioned, very like magnetic, polarizing, high frequency things. Okay. It's not necessarily hidden knowledge anymore to manifest with sexual energy, right? Barry actually brought into one of our containers that beautiful meditation visualization. I still really want to fucking try. Britt and I were talking about that on Friday. But yeah, there's like the O method and like manifesting with your orgasm, right? This is like more known, more mainstream, okay? Transmuting this like highly potent energy to manifest. And it works. It definitely works for some people. I think especially it works if you do have a lot of shame associated with your sexuality. It will help like, I don't know, get that unstuck and have you like manifest with that. Anger also is a very, very, very powerful tool of manifestation, as well as negative energy being put forth to you by hating ass, jealous ass, weird ass, normie ass bitches. Okay. So you can use all of this, right? Let's say, Barry, that some pervert did look at your art and did get aroused and did misinterpret it, or some hating ass bitch who doesn't have as good of a fucking body as you looked at it, you know, and you did provoke them. This is an opportunity for you to be like, thank you. Thank you so much for that energy. Like, that, you know, I'm still using it. I'm still going to use it. Even though you're going to misinterpret me and misunderstand me, I'm still absolutely going to use it because I know the power that I wield and I'm not afraid of it. And I know the intentions that I created it with. And I know that the execution was in line with my intentions. And so, like, I'm actually okay with you misunderstanding me because, like, you're weird, you know? So you would kind of use that for that benefit. We'll talk about like the anger and jealousy thing, but I wasn't gonna talk about sexual energy so much in this transition, but I'm glad that you brought it to the table because I think it's more of a conversation that's being had. Less of a conversation, in my opinion, is anger that we feel and jealousy, envy, and stuff from other people. So what about this like darker realm of human existence, right? What about the suppressed rage that we have? What about the rage that maybe we're not suppressing anymore after Nice Girl, right? Nice Girl was really all about forming union with your rage, giving yourself permission to experience her and to form a relationship with her and to not be afraid of her, right? And to listen to her and to drink from her medicine. That is like step one. Okay. You can't come into this container not having a relationship with your rage, okay, or being fearful of it, or if you are still fearful of it, like we're gonna work with that, but like this next phase of working with our anger, um, is like using it as power, right? So before it's kind of victim consciousness, right? Victim mindset, or just being a victim or in your victimhood, like not being allowed to experience anger, internalizing everyone else's views about what anger is, you're fucking crazy, or whatever the fuck it is, whatever messaging that you got that you couldn't experience it, or it was too big and then you're fearful of it, right? Now we're in a place post Nice Girl and in this container where we're comfortable with our anger. But what do we do with it now? It's like we have it a lot. Okay. We're maybe really sensitive. Maybe we're quick to anger. Maybe it's really big, right? Maybe you're fucking raging in the car and you're like shouting at God and you're having some words with him, right? Like, how is all of this working to our benefit? Okay. How can we use this energy to become way more powerful and to really become like a weapon within us? So, I learned some things actually in prepping for this that I'm so excited to share because I've always known this. When you are a passionate fucking woman, you are a fucking witch, okay? I can sugarcoat it, and a Nice Girl, I don't really, you know, I kind of like hearken a little bit. You are a fucking witch. Why are you a witch? Because you are able to generate a tremendous amount of energy within you. You are able to feel incredibly deeply. You are able, Britt, to be really sensitive, to pick up on shit that you can't see. Maybe you don't know why, so you think you're fucking crazy, and so doctors will tell you that you're crazy or diagnose you with fucking something. I was diagnosed bipolar disorder, not knowing every fucking outburst I ever had was correlated almost directly with my fucking period. Okay, maybe it's PMDD associated with autism and not fucking bipolar disorder, but like it's a sensitivity. It's a sensitivity, it's histamine, it's whatever, all these things that make you more sensitive, that make you more emotional, that make you deeper feeling. It is raw power. It is spiritual gifts. And it is something that not everyone has access to. And that is why it's a gift. And when you don't acknowledge that it's a gift, then it becomes a curse. Okay. And then you're in your victim. So how do we go from it being in our curse and feeling crazy and having breakdowns and internalizing and it's artists, whatever, all this stuff, to bringing it into your power? It's number one, acknowledging that yeah, you're experiencing this. You are way more sensitive. You have way more antenna, whatever. And that all of this is fuel. It's fuel for what? It's fuel for whatever the fuck you want. Okay. You're not numbed out. A lot of people too, like, oh my God, this fucking kills me. Like myself. Are you kidding me? I am like deeply weird spiritual gifts now as fuck. Okay. Now I can see it. I see all of the layers in any fucking situation and it trips me the fuck out. And still I can gaslight myself, right? Because I lived for over 10 years deeply medicated, deeply indoctrinated, drinking fucking black eye coffees every fucking day, living in New York City, sleeping next to Wi-Fi routers. Like to think of how much people are numbed the fuck out. You know, it's actually what how many witches are numbed the fuck out and stuck in these cycles of self-abuse because like the medical, it's like just abuse. It really is abuse because it's fear of your own power and you know there's like little guidance or whatever. So like knowing that if you're in this container, you're not in that space anymore. And maybe there was a period in your life, maybe it was alcohol, maybe it was partying. Like there are so many fucking layers, right? That you're now here. Okay. It's not like the road doesn't end after the dopamine detox. Okay. The road doesn't end after Barry leaving your fucking boring ass soul sucking corporate fucking job or creating your own business. It doesn't end. It doesn't end there. That's actually not enough. Okay. The true like next steps bigger is owning the fact that you are a priestess. You are an oracle. You are a muse. You have a spiritual gift. And that is why you feel the way that you do and you have like these gifts that you have. This isn't about like you know, if for me I have a high degree of anger, I need to be building systems and stuff to manage it, not numb it out, to manage it so that I have conscious, you know, knowledge of the portal I'm about to enter into and how to support my nervous system. And like I need to take responsibility and do that on my own. But that's what I need to do instead of gaslighting myself that like I'm fucking crazy or bipolar. Whatever. Like we can go down these spirals. We can go down these spirals like, oh my God, like my art is failing and what the fuck am I even doing? Or, you know, it's so easy to like get knocked off. But truly like the truth is that you are a priestess, oracle, muse, living in a world built by fucking normie ass people trying to numb you out because you say things and do things and create art that irritates people. Okay, you're whistleblowing, you're a black sheep, you are elucidating the truth of reality in a way that deeply disturbs people because it is so deeply disturbing because you have spent the past 5+ years getting the fuck out of it. Okay, and now forcing other people to confront their own bullshit. Okay. So this is like the frame, all to say, that it's so easy to lose sight of. It's so easy, especially when you're doing something new and you're stepping out of your comfort zone and you're being faced with judgment and it's a new space, like whatever. But the truth is, like this is literally a mission, and it's not random, and you literally have higher sensitivity. Okay, and with that sensitivity and with that great power comes a lot of negative stuff. With all, it's so much positive. It's such in line with the divine and God. You're going to have an equal amount of negative, dark energy, an equal amount of anger that's uncomfortable, an equal amount of jealousy, envy, hatred, conscious misunderstanding, or people committed to misunderstanding you. So you have to be ready for that battle. It is a spiritual warfare. And you have to be ready for it, or you're going to fall into the traps of the matrix, self-doubt, self-gaslight, what's wrong with me, all whatever the fuck, all of it. Okay. So if you know then that these darker energies are a byproduct of your light, then they're actually not that dark and it's all in line with the purpose of God and the purpose of your high self. Okay. So you're actually going to use all of that for this greater purpose. Okay. It is not, you're, when in the Bible and in Christianity, when they talk about demons and like Lucifer and all of that, like, um, it all actually gets you closer to God. There is no experience on the planet that will get you closer to God faster than dark demonic stuff. Okay. It's like it's like in the fast lane. It is like a left-hand path and it's definitely harder. But it will get you there way the fuck faster, like way faster. It will get you way back in alignment because it makes you feel something and it makes you confront something and it makes you like go really fucking deep. Um, I had this thought once that like even like Lucifer, which I'm not talking about Lucifer in this container, like I don't even know a lot about, but like these darker demonic things in Christianity, it's actually all God because Lucifer was like God's favorite who fell, and then we experience even in my mold saga. Are you kidding me? My mold forced me to confront my narcissistic family dynamics in a way I never fucking would have. Okay, all this jealousy bullshit, like you're being forced to confront the fact that other people see you a certain way, sometimes in a higher light that you see yourself. But it is so painful that you would never have gotten there any other way. Your anger and having these big experiences will force you to be fucking honest for the first time, maybe in a really long time, will force you to come into deeper union with the divine, you know? So if you start reframe, it's not even a reframe, it's the truth, but start seeing this negative energy, this spiritual warfare, these bad things, bad people or whatever, as literally all tools to work in your benefit and bring you closer to God and closer to your purpose. It's a fucking wrap. It's a game changer. Nothing can fucking get to you. And it might take a minute. You might fall and have to come back and whatever. But having this as a baseline logic in your code to fall back on when you do fall off center, that is the most powerful, like mindset, power, whatever, like way of being, like encoding that you could possibly have in your body and in your DNA. Okay.
That was epic.
Okay. Um, I didn't even know I was gonna go there, but so what I wanted to say initially, now that we're here, the thing with anger, okay, and these deeper, more impassioned emotions, there is scientific, um, there's science backing this shit, okay? I think I said in Nice Girl that there's no frequency higher than the frequency of truth, right? Truth is the number one. It's higher than love. It's authenticity. It will vibrate you the absolute highest. And this is actually measured with like heart-brain coherence, okay? Not only with authenticity, but like you acting in alignment with your values and what you believe and what you want, okay? So for example, like courage, marked really high in these measures of coherence and stuff. So like people experiencing courage and doing things that like in bravery, right? Or like that they were really in line with. This could be a light expression and a dark expression. It could also mean fucking everyone else and what y'all think because you're acting in alignment with what you truly believe is right. And also this act not only increases like the coherence between they say they call the heart the second brain, like your first brain and second brain or whatever. It also creates more light. Okay. So there's like biphotons that are emitted by living cells in our body. And they're like very, very weak light particles. So when you're emotionally activated in these impassioned emotions like rage or sexuality or whatever, you actually increase your frequency. So much like the that meditation that we were doing with the dark matter and creating light in our light bodies that come out through our pores. Like this is literally why the church numbs us the fuck out. Like I was talking about all the ways that the Matrix numbs us out. The church fucking numbs that, and Western culture that is very puritanical in nature numbs us the fuck out by demonizing sexual energy, by demonizing anger. Because when you're feeling it, you're actually more but like biologically powerful and you actually are your own source and you're not just listening and being programmed and like just these fucking robots, okay? So all these reframes are really powerful, all to say. All these reframes, knowing that there's literally science behind it, knowing that you being authentic and talking to God fucking honestly, that is gonna have your voice heard. I just did a stitch on TikTok. Apparently a woman, after raging in her car, 'cause she was so sick of her fucking life and like going absolutely batshit in her car, started speaking in some weird light language, calmed the fuck down, goes to buy a lottery ticket, wins $600 million. She was the only winner of this jackpot. Like, tell me rage is not powerful. Tell me there's not some alchemical, physical, but it's not just like spiritual and the philosopher's stone. It's literally like our cells, dude. $600 million. Like literally rage in her car, talk to God, light language that she didn't even fucking know what the hell she was saying, chills out, buys a lottery ticket, like life changed for the rest of her fucking life. Okay? And you want to be afraid of that shit? You want to be afraid of like, even provoking that in others? Me triggering bitches, that has been the best ROI on my own fucking brand. Okay. When you trigger someone else and you provoke them to rage or them to even lust, which, not that I'm like encouraging that, but it's just like it's power. It's them feeling something and it's them feeding you and your altar, okay, with this transmutation work that we're gonna like enter into. So just I'm gonna pause there actually and shut the fuck up and ask you y'all if anything came to mind during that transmission or anything.
I was just tapped the bucket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same, but I've had a heart math, so like it measures your heart coherence.
Hmm.
Had it for 5 years. I totally forgot about it until right now.
Could you
So
play with it?
yeah,
Okay.
definitely during cranial nerve meditation.
Yes. I
You
love
can
that.
actually just see. Yeah,
Okay. Hell yeah.
dude. I'm glad
I
you had
did.
it recorded.
You what?
I'm glad you had all that recorded.
Okay, yeah, same. Um, I was going to say something. Oh yeah, Britt, I would be interested next time like you're raging or you have just some impassioned thing or whatever, like if you're wearing it, I'd be really curious to play with that. And see what happens. But yeah, HeartMath has done a ton of research into all of this shit. Okay. So I think we're still on good time. What I want to do now, y'all bitches, we're going to, instead of an embodiment, instead of whatever, tonight we are doing ritual. Okay. And we're going to be working together to create this ritual that we'll be doing at the end of class. Um, So I just gave the transmission the logic of the code that I want to embed in your cells, in your mind. Because once it lives there, it's running in the background. So you might have other programs that are running in the background. I still do. When things get really intense or in a domain that I'm not used to, like what happened with ALA, like that was a really new experience for me. Like my old loops came up about, do I need to go on meds? Like, am I fucking bipolar? Like I really like just shook some shit up, right? Um, Now that this is the transmission, I want us all together. I'm gonna put some time on, but I want you to, I think we'll be journaling about a recent experience that you had that you can filter through this coding. Okay. So like Barry, I think with the Jersey Girls or with the sexual energy thing, like what does that look like filtered through this coding? How is all of this working for you and in your benefit? How is the jealous energy even working for you and your benefit? Brit, with your Kali shit, like how is this like filter of Lilith and you like really embodying like this ultra dark feminine archetype? Like what is that? Like are you triggering people who don't have relationships with their anger? And what does that mean for you? And how can you use that like weird energy, whatever in your power? Also, Britt, I feel like there's something here with these stalkers in you. I don't really know what it is, but I feel like people get like very obsessed. It's like an unhealthy like attraction obsession. And I'm wondering how we can reframe that or what would come up with you and focusing on that, and using that as kind of like a power source. So I'll hear what comes up with that. I also have some direction and stuff, but I don't want to give you that just yet. So I just want to hear what organically comes out. I'm gonna put on some meditation music, and then is that clear enough direction? Yeah. Brett, no? Okay. That's Okay. Um, I want to hear from y'all. What did you write down?
Can I read it to you? It's pretty
Yes.
short.
Yes.
Okay. I gotta take a deep breath. All energy considering me, directed towards me, affiliated with me in any way, shape, or form, is immediately alchemized into love the second it enters my physical reality. All energies, powers, wait, all entities, powerful and weak, are crystallized into heart-centered high-frequency energy that purifies my blood, freshens my air, clears my path, holds me, and nourishes me now and for the rest of time.
Bars, bitch. Let's go. Let's go. No notes. I fucking love it. Love it. Britt, what about you?
I'm not done. I just did
Okay.
bullet points. I didn't even get to the whole stalker
That's okay.
situation yet.
Okay.
Um, found trying to balance the energy of the secret keeper, but like it not being a like I'm not a dumping ground.
Mm,
Um, and how like a lot of what I do is how to stop like you stop ruminating when you're on the table. Like you don't make lists, you don't overthink.
hmm
Um, and to show people like that you feel the anger, you let it burn, and then you let it the fuck go. Like you don't keep gnawing on it.
hmm
Um, and that I'm like honest about taking zero responsibility for others' darkness and well-being.
Okay, I love. Do you want I have some ideas if you
Oh
want
yeah,
to.
please. Yeah,
Okay.
Andy.
It could be something like your statement or affirmation or whatever. It could be like any excess baggage that people give me is automatically incinerated and like alchemized into wealth or money, like whatever your goal is. Like think about your goal berries was like love or this thing. For me, I had very selfish goals. It's like money, power, and beauty. And I'm just like in that space right now, like just pouring into my cup right now. Um, and so think about what your goal is, but all of the excess baggage, trash is like insane. You could even use the word, I don't know what the thing is in like waste management where they burn all the garbage, but like incinerator, yeah, incinerated into that. And then also with your anger, I think it would be really powerful to have a second anger thing, like a affirmation or mantra in that I really don't want you to let it go. If you want to do that, like by all means keep it. But that is like the jewel. My rage is the jewel, is my crown jewel. My rage is my most valuable asset. Like my rage, my hands, and my something are the jewel on top atop my vessel, you know? Like that anger is so powerful and it's like my anger is holy. My anger is the jewel. My anger is the fuel that I use to like propel my life forward in like in its highest iteration. You know what I'm saying? Um I think that that would be really powerful. And with the stalker stuff, so some an additional layer that it's kind of like something large. So we've been talking a lot about anger, some jealousy and some envy, but like deeper into energy that other people throw at us, right? So when we're big bitches and we have a lot of emotion and we're witches and these priestesses who can generate a high amount of emotion on a regular basis because our bodies are just more sensitive to it and whatever. Um, we also can provoke that in others. And so sometimes we don't have control over that, right? So like the victim that we were talking about, I can't remember what class last time at the time before, that is fearful of our sexuality, fearful of our anger, fearful of weirdo jealous bitches. Do I want to go to the bachelorette? I don't know if I want to deal with that fucking energy. I'm scared. Like it's this like contracted avoidance of it. whereas the weapon invites it. The weapon gets off on it. The weapon knows that the more you think of me, the more you propel my image into the collective conscious. Whether it's because you're creepy and you're stalking me and you have this weird obsession thing you're fucking thinking, or if there are fucking secret group chats about my fucking weird content that y'all don't get, or whatever the fuck it is. It is attention, and attention is literally a currency. If there's like what do you call it, mirror neurons, when someone is like picturing you in their fucking head, like that exists. We live in a fucking simulation, bitch. Like that exists somewhere. They're propelling your image. You're like a fucking celebrity. It is literal celebrity energy. It's creepy fan energy, and like people that will stalk John Lennon with a fucking gun, Brit. So I'm not saying to be safe about it, but like he's a fucking legend. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it could make you feel unsafe. And granted, I do recommend doing things to maintain your actual physical safety. But also, John Legend was a fucking like for all eternity, people are going to be learning about this man. And like people were fucking crazy obsessed with him in weird ways, right? So it's like owning the fact that you have that quality, owning the fact that you have this celebrity energy, and that you actually need that energy to feed you. Do you know any celebrity today that is actually valid that doesn't have any of that? You don't, because they don't fucking exist, because you actually need that. It is part of your fuel, okay? So with all this energy that you can't control, that used to make you feel unsafe, that used to make you shrink and contract, you're now reframing into its literal celebrity energy. It is all the jealousy, envy, obsession, like whatever, unhinged, whatever the fuck. It's a thank you. It's thank you. You are actually validating my identity as a big ass bitch. I actually know and if I didn't know, I have you as a mirror to look to, because you're fucking talking about my ass and I don't think about you. So this powerful reframe, okay? Where you're no longer shying away from it, you're no longer avoiding the bachelorette, and it's actually a power move to go and to siphon everyone's fucking energy. It's now you can't not post on social media in the exact outfit that you were called to by the goddess herself. You have to show up a little fleshy, tastefully but fleshy, and provoke the bitches if you're gonna provoke them, you know, and it's going to be a thank you, because all of that attention and all of the group chats and all of the fucking creepy ass letters and gifts being delivered to your door, these are offerings. All of these are offerings at the altar of your vessel. You are a goddess incarnate. I use these other words, priestess, witch, oracle. You are a living goddess, and it is very normal and natural for goddesses to receive offerings. And offerings come in all different shapes and sizes. And sometimes people don't even know what the fuck they're doing because they're so twisted up in their own jealous fucking personality disorder or whatever the basic ass sleeping ass shit. They don't know what it is. They don't know that you are triggering them because you are living so authentically and they are living so asleep. They don't know what it is. But them creating a group chat, giving you attention, thinking about you, watching your story first, that's an offering to thank you for illuminating the shit that they cannot see in and of themselves. They are thanking you for personifying God so that they are forced to confront the areas that they are playing small. Okay, they don't know that they're doing that. So they twist it and try to create stories and hate and jealousy and whatever, like talking shit. But really, you are doing your role as God in their lives, and they are giving you an offering as payment. So if you shrink from that, then you are not accepting payment for your service. And so, in order to accept this payment, you must transmute it. You must first identify exactly what it is, that it is an offering and it is an exchange of services. Okay? That is what it is. It is payment. So, how do you receive this payment? You, number one, identify it as such. And number two, you're going to create whatever transmutation you need to. This is the logic of the transmutation. But now any additional layer that we want to create, additional mantras, this is turned into love, love that. Anything that has a goal that you want, Barry, if it's more visibility, to be even bigger and trigger more people and be weirder. Brit, if it's more wealth, so you can really use your hands and like, give, oh my God, I just got this beautiful, oh Britt, it's like you have these magical hands and you teaching what you do with cranial. I feel like you give me your power of your hands into mine when I'm doing this. You're teaching people how to wield their own innate powers of their own bodies. Okay. It's more. Okay. It's provoking you to do it bigger. So whatever that goal is, you can transmute into a very specific goal. Have it be general and love that so much. Just think about what that is. And if you have a hesitancy about being selfish with your goals, lest I remind you that if it is more visibility, sure. Is it fame and money, Barry? Yeah. But like if you did find a partner who could fully support you, could you just make weird art and trigger more people and fully live like as your fully big ass self triggering the bitches? Like Brit, if it was just money and nothing for the collective, what would you be able to do? How many more thousands of women would you be able to impact and chill out all the autist nervous system in the entire world so that we could have healthy relationships and lives, you know? So like, is it really selfish? Like, yeah, I want a big life. I want to be pulling like 6 figures a month. Like, that sounds great. I'd love to just go to fucking the Amalfi Coast whenever I want. Is it purely selfish? No, like my work it is a service-based thing. Okay. So don't feel bad about being like selfish. And even if it wasn't a service-based thing, even if it was a fashion line that like mark my words, I will have one day. Like it is still we live a spiritual life. You'll never be able to do something that is not spiritual or like giving in nature or whatever. Okay. Any questions about any of that? Okay. So now, with all of that being said, we have 15 minutes left. Do y'all have your candles? Okay, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ooh, love it. Love it. Do you have somewhere to light them all, Bear? Like put them somewhere? Okay.
I have a match, and I think I'm just gonna let them chill in this. Should have gotten candelabras.
That's okay. That's all good. You can also, if you have like a plate, you can't, it's less safe, but you could
Oh, to
like
like melt it on the plate.
yeah, you could. It's okay. Um, or yeah, it's okay. Separate cups or it's fine. It's all in one.
Yeah, I'll get separate cups. They
Okay.
are okay. Yeah, I'll be right back.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna drink water actually because I'm really thirsty. I'm actually gonna show my sigils. Um,
Should I do this by my bed?
yeah, move wherever you want. We're now in like ritual time.
I have like a little altar thing, but I mean I can't. I'll just do it temporarily over here.
Okay.
Wait, Morgan, do you want to know something funny?
Yes.
So I just like to write words down sometimes and like put them all over my house so I can like remind myself of things constantly. So I was
Mhm.
just like doing like a stupid like almost like dreamstorming board the other day. And the last word that came to me was like channeled, like it wasn't something that I was writing consciously, like thinking about. It was just like I received it and it was hero.
Interesting.
And so when
Interesting.
you said that earlier, I was like, whoa, that's weird. Because I even when it came to me, I was like, that's weird. And I felt like some type of way about writing it down. So
Mm,
like hero, like that's but I just did it anyway.
mm, interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's weird because I rarely say that word. Okay, love. Barry, can you hear me if I continue? Yeah, okay. So we might go a little bit over. Is that okay with everyone? Slightly? Okay. Um, I'm going to show you sigils. You guys familiar with sigil making? Britt, I know you the fuck are. Okay, Barry. Let's go. Britt's like the most, Brit is the epitome of Southern Gothic in the most like low key way. She gave me a fucking gift and it was from a Victorian dictionary that she cut out just these weird like um drawings and like word and I'm just like this fucking bitch. She don't even try. It's not like some weird aesthetic. She just is this fucking bitch. Okay. Obsessed. Okay. So I'll give a little primer on sigils and then we're gonna make our own. These are examples of sigils. Okay. What is a sigil? A sigil can use, you can, sigil is whatever the fuck you want it to be. Okay. The reason why I like sigils and like candle magic and ritual and whatever is because it's coming from me. It's creative. I'm not like following any book or using a deity or it's like I am the medicine, I'm the magic. This is my creation. This is a channel of my creative energy and my art. Okay. Sigils is basically a symbol that encapsulates whatever the fuck you want it to. Okay. So you can write a mantra. If you have like a simple mantra, you boil it down to whatever letters are included in that exact mantra, and you can like use them and create some weird thing with all the letters. You don't have to do that. You could also have it just be like a symbol of what you want. So for example, like I wanted to have any evil eye, directed towards me, transmuted. Snakes are a very powerful transmutation tool with the alchemical fire into like gold and riches, right? And like my name is here. I use ChatGPT for these sigils. So if you want to create your own sigil using ChatGPT, you absolutely can, and then use it to like trace. If you don't want to, and you're feeling really called to just make one yourself, like Barry, if love really is your end goal, it could be like a heart somewhere, could have these evil eyes. Brit for anger, it could be rage, or it could be fire, right? Like this fiery belly, maybe something around that. But this is like an artistic exercise, it's a symbolic exercise. And the value of sigils is that you can put this as your phone background. You can, if you have a really simple sigil, like Barry, I was thinking like at the Bachelorette or something, if you decide to go, you can just draw it on your wrist. And like if you catch daggers or negative energy and you just want something to ground yourself in everything that we're talking about tonight and in your affirmations and in actually transmuting this energy, you can look at it, you can trace it with your fingers. It's a tool to ground you in this logic. It's a reprogramming tool. It's a subconscious tool, right? It's like when you look at this, technically all the letters are there, or it's riddled in symbolism, so that your mind looks at it and it instantly knows. Especially if you don't use AI too, I think it could be probably more powerful to, you spending so much time creating it that when you're looking at it, it's like it's ingrained deeper because your hand has actually, drawn it out, which correlates with our whatever neurochemistry or whatever. So anyway, this is sigil making. Okay. There's other weird stuff that you can do with sigils. There's also like sigils that are like ancient and you could find real witchcraft sigils. I don't know about all that. If you want to do it, by all means do it. If you don't, that's cool too. I like making your own. I have created it, whatever. And so we're gonna make them now. We're gonna take some time to make them now. I'm gonna try to go at your pace so y'all don't feel rushed. Actually, Barry, do you have questions, or Britt, do you have and Britt, if you have anything to add too, you're probably more gamed up than I am with this. No? Okay. Barry, questions? Okay. So we're gonna spend some time making our little sigils. again, you can use chat. You can just do it on your own, start with just like the symbols that you might want to incorporate, maybe bring them all together. I like using my name in sigils, so it makes it really personal to me. So your initials, I would encourage you to use. If you have questions or want support, you can ask. I want to put some music on just to have y'all create those. I encourage you to create it somewhere. It's gonna live on your altar, okay? And it also might live on your flesh, it might live in your phone, right? So just keep in mind where it's gonna be living if you want nicer paper. And let's do that now for like a couple minutes. Is that comfy with you guys? Couple minutes? Okay, wait, I'm gonna put some music on. How are we doing? Good. Are we done? Are we still working? Still working? Right?
I just finished.
We just finished. Very good.
My chat GPT is like coming up with something because I like envisioned more of an image than a sigil, but I figured I could just do like the outline of it as a sigil because it's
Okay.
just like the shape of an eyeball. But then I was just going through my sketchbook and this is like tripping me out. Like I just draw the same stuff all over like over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so maybe that's my sigil or just like some of these shapes that I keep drawing.
Let's see.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Okay.
Show it. Show
There's a
it.
lot of eyes. Like this one was just like eyes crossed out, like with like
Mm-hmm.
vertical lines.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was just like more lips. Like,
Mm-hmm.
or they're just like, I don't know. And then this like eyes with the crop, like, but that was all like one day. Like they get different like eyes
Mm-hmm.
and like there's a tree of eyes,
Mm-hmm.
like eyes on this like path. I don't
Okay.
draw this very often.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. And then this guy like blowing bubbles with like this like vortex of energy behind him and then just like blowing bubbles this way. Like I thought that was interesting.
I
Um,
actually would love like a sigil that's like an eye with that's like crossed out and then like something in the middle and then the bubbles is the
That's
transmutation of
cool.
it. Yeah, something like that. I love.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think all the eyes, I mean, it's like evil eyes, it's everyone else, but it's celebrity energy and it's like maybe it's like bubbles of visibility that like it takes it out of just their third eye or their mind's eye and like puts it more into the world so people can like experience the joy of your art because your art is really meant to be like childlike,
Yes.
like play, but like it's more, it's like obviously really deep as fuck, but like your spirit doing it is like kind of silly and creative. And it's like, yeah, I love that symbol of like bubbles. And
Okay.
actually, what you could do, you could make it like a 3-1-2-3. Maybe one eye is the evil eye, where it's like a line or harsh or something. And then like the third is like bubble, like eyes with bubbles coming out or something. And then there's some eye in the middle or something. I'm just kind of imagining it
Uh,
being stages, like making the evil eyes into like bubbles, like
love.
eyeballs, the bubbles. Yeah.
Okay. Amazing.
Right. What about you?
I'm not done yet.
Sick.
And then I just did it so hard that it feels like raised
Braille.
on the back, brailled on the back.
What was your thing that you made into a sigil?
Um, just for simplicity, I also put an eye. And then it was I am the weapon.
Ooh, fuck yeah, dude. Really powerful. I am the weapon. Love.
No, I want to still write it out like how y'all's is, but I thought
I
it was
love,
all encompassing in the eye.
I like love that. It's like a tattoo or that's like a like here or something. Yeah.
I think mine is seer. I feel like Viking age, my like always just being blacked out with soot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Fucking love, dude. Okay. Um, well, since we're not all done with our sigils, I feel like we don't have, let's not light the candles all together now, okay? But I'm gonna walk you through the ritual and I encourage you guys to stay in this ceremonial space. If you want, I could leave Zoom on if you want, but I don't want to like rush your process. Um, unless Barry, where are you at with the
I'm good.
bubble?
I did like a little drawing. Like
Okay.
you could probably faintly see it. But the first one, I really liked your idea. The first one is just like a shape of an eye with a line through it. Then the
Uh-huh.
second one is an open circle. I knew I wanted to like incorporate an open circle too.
Okay. Love.
Just the whole center. And then
You are that vessel, that's you as the vessel. And then you're literally taking the evil eye into your vessel and transmuting it into art and joy. like invisibility or whatever that is. Love.
Yeah.
The bubbles.
It's like the highest frequency human like I'm not as much like thinking about specific outcomes. Like I'm just like bliss.
Yeah. I-
Um, so yeah, the guy with the bubbles. I loved that.
Nice. I love. Okay. Love, love, love. Um, okay, keep working on that. I'm going to tell me what you guys want to do. If Barry, you're almost done, we can do this all together if you want. Or if you want to do this on our own.
Yeah.
What do you
No,
feel?
I'm done. And ChatGPT just got back to me with my sigil.
Oh, sick. Okay. Love.
Yeah.
So what do I want to do? Okay. Oh, let's see. Do you want to share? Oh wait, hold on. Ooh, sick. What's your middle name?
Reese.
Reese? Okay,
Yeah.
love. Love, love, love. Okay. Love.
Reminds me of the world card in the tarot deck.
Ooh, I don't know what that is.
We'll have to find it.
Yeah, find it. Okay, so now this is my little setup right now, you guys. Okay, I have 3 candles. If you guys only have one, it's really you actually need fucking anything, but we're just having fun with like toys and stuff. Um, you're gonna take your sigil or your symbol or the affirmation or mantra, and we're just gonna take. I'll actually just guide you guys through a little meditation, okay? So hold your sigil in your hand or your symbol or whatever. Close your eyes, and I want you to put your palm face down on your sigil. And I want you to repeat to yourself your affirmation or your statement or your will. If you have to open your eyes to reread it, that's okay. But I want you to constantly and consistently in your mind's eye repeat this phrase, affirmation, mantra to yourself. I want you to see the words like a teleprompter. I want you to visualize what those words mean. And I want you with your whole heart to let these words penetrate you in mind, in body, and in spirit. So as you're gazing with your third eye, you're also receiving this medicine. Your heart is also open. And any faulty program that is installed, that is the opposite. Any self-gaslight programs, any self-betrayal programs, any lingering nice girl external validation programs. You can see them all exposing themselves as this medicine penetrates into them. Any fear, any guilt, any shame, any self-doubt, all those codes are exposed. And this medicine is penetrating them and rewriting right over them. It's almost as if you are both receiving the medicine through your palm and through your third eye, and you're also expelling this frequency that's created in your body into the sigil, into the symbol. and out through your third eye as well, altering your reality and how you are processing your reality. And we're breathing really deeply into our hearts. We're breathing really deeply into our guts. And we're breathing this new coding into our systems. If God is the breath, we are letting God and these God-given programs that we've just created ourselves from our own will and our own sovereignty, we are letting them penetrate us with our breath. When you feel complete, when you feel good, and you feel like the sigil has your charge, I want you to open your eyes and place your sigil at the foot of your candles or at the foot of your altar. And you're now instructing this candle and this purpose of this altar tonight to activate your sigil. And if you have 3 different candles, we're going to light them in a very specific order. So, and if you only have one, that's completely fine too. And your one candle is going to go through several stages of alchemy, okay? So if you don't have 3 candles and I say the black candle, your candle is black, and then it is purple, and then it is gold, or whatever your outcome you're trying to desire or desiring. So you're first gonna light your black candle. Gonna hold it with your hand over your sigil and do the exact same exercise with your eyes closed, meditating on your sigil, meditating on the meaning, meditating on this process that you're now filtering all quote unquote negative energy through, all offerings through. And the black is symbolizing sucking in all of this seemingly negative energy. It's sucking everything, cleansing, clarifying. It's not eradicating, it is sucking it in like a vacuum. And you're just imagining any outside stuff, even like your own anger, your own chaos, all being sucked by this black candle or black energy. If you want, you can drip wax on top your sigil, kind of activate it in that way. And only when you're done, you're going to then take this black flame and light your purple candle. If it's one candle that you have, your candle is now transmuting and transforming into a purple candle. And you're holding your purple candle. And that vacuum that you just created with the black candle is now going into a chamber of alchemy, transmutation, and transformation with the purple candle. The purple candle also signifies your womb space, infinite potentiality, has stem cells in it. Stem cells have the power to do anything they want, become anything that they want. Negative energy, anything negative has the power to turn into anything you want. So if you want to bring your womb space into this, charge up this candle, your sigil with this creatrix cauldron within you. And you're now imagining this chamber place at the end of the vacuum portal. Just being forged, all of this negative energy being tossed and turned and forged, and maybe it's like a washing machine and there's tumbling in this cavernous place. When you're ready, maybe you drip another dot of wax on your sigil and move at your own pace. You don't have to keep up. Just let your body and your intuition guide you. When you're ready, as you're lighting the third candle, my candle is gold. Your candle could be whatever aligns with the goal that your intention is. As you're lighting this candle, you are imagining all of that energy in the chamber, in your cauldron, in your womb space, transforming into your exact desire as you light that third candle. And taking that third candle in your hands, meditating still over your sigil, imagining all of your wildest dreams coming to fruition, all of the intention of your sigil and this alchemy that you've created with this energy, with these offerings. Imagining that all of it coming into fruition in your mind's eye. Maybe you're still repeating the mantra if it has an end goal included in it. And maintaining that very clear view in your mind's eye, anchoring it into your heart space, feeling what this coherence feels like between womb and heart and mind. Dripping some wax of the third candle over your sigil. Knowing that the flames atop your candles are extensions of your own inner sovereign flame, that you are the magician that lit them by your own power and will and sovereignty. Just staying in the space of coming back to thyself, coming back to the knowing of really who you are, of the power that lies within you, of the power that lies in energy you have previously feared, previously avoided. Knowing that every single thing that happens in this world is happening for you. And the freedom in reminding yourself of that and taking action within your own will to fully live in that and embody that. When you're ready, you can come back to the space and know that this space we just created is always available to you. You are always free to revisit your dreams, remind yourself of your power, and use this space as an anchor for when you enter back into the world and you are forced to confront some of this energy that we just kind of alchemized. Okay. Does anyone want to share anything? Oh my God, Britt, you're right. Damn, with even with the animals. Damn. Do you guys want to share anything that came up? No.
You were on one today. I love it.
I felt on one today, I did. Okay, sweet. Barry, I'm taking your silence as a cue. That's all good.
Yeah, no, this was amazing. Like I was like in a trance.
Okay, so you can stay there. Yeah, it's all good. Love you guys so fucking much. You're the best. Thanks for giving me the space to play too. Like I feel so safe with you guys. Like I could just do what the fuck ever. So you are helping me develop this product more. I really appreciate it. And yeah, the chat is open. Stay in this realm that we just created and like continue working within it. Could do embodiment practices too. I mean, this is like ritual space. So with that, I will end. And I love you so much. And I'll see you next time. Okay.